Listed for sale with Eyachts is this beautiful Sirena 58. Coming with just over 300 engine hours, this vessel is your gateway to adventure. The Sirena 58 is renowned for its performance and seakeeping abilities, making the east coast of Australia and beyond your backyard. Let's take a look. The Sirena 58 features multiple zones, both for comfort and entertaining. On the foredeck here, we have a large lounging area, lifting backrests here, and a forward seating area. There is plenty of hidden storage in this vessel, and what we really see on the Sirena 58 is big boat features on an easy to manage platform. At just over 58 feet long, the Sirena feels much more like a larger vessel. Moving around the vessel, the flow and comfort has really been designed well, with wide bulwarks and plenty of space with good handrails. Down the starboard side and directly accessing the helm and saloon, we have this pantograph door, so for those maneuvering the vessel have easy access to the starboard side for the bow operation area or mooring. As we make our way aft, both side decks are equal in size with good covering over my head here, and we come round into the aft cockpit. This really takes up the full beam of the vessel with plenty of open space here. A comfortable bench across the stern is accompanied by a fixed table here, and a number of chairs around here would make this a very comfortable place to entertain your friends and family. Something of note is above my head here, the Flybridge extends all the way aft, so even those seated at the back of the cockpit here have plenty of shade covering. Operationally, at the stern of the vessel, each cleat is accompanied by multiple fairleads and electric capstans here. Just 4 steps down to the huge aft platform here brings us to our tender storage and the access into our crew cabin here. Now, this can be set up as either a single crew cabin, or those living in Australia and operating the boat themselves might like to set this up as a laundry. The tender on the platform here is a Highfield tender, 3.4 meters with a 30 horsepower outboard and a comfortable console as well. The tender sits on the platform, and as you notice, I can walk easily here to get into the skipper's cabin, the crew cabin, or the storage area. So even when the platform is in the water for tender loading operations, there is still plenty of room here for managing those operations in safety. We'll make our way now to the Flybridge. Now, this is one of the biggest flybridges in its class and has all the functionality you need for entertaining your guests and controlling the vessel. At the business end of the Flybridge here on port side, we have the full secondary helm, so full control here, and I have very good visibility forwards. I've got my joystick, my throttles, my helm, and everything I need for operating the boat. In terms of maneuvering and parking, I am on port side. I can see all the way down the rail, and through the companionway I can see down to the port aft quarter, so full visibility for the mooring and docking operations. On the starboard side of the Flybridge, we have a forward facing lounge followed by a lovely huge U-shaped seating area for dining. Again, a couple of nice chairs here would make this another incredibly social area to relax and dine on board. As we move our way aft, it's very important to note the T-top or the bimini top above my head. Now, this is an option. It is an essential option here in Australia, as we know, and this gives very good covering all over the Flybridge. The aft section of the Flybridge here is open, available for whatever you want, be that bean bags, deck chairs, or sun lounging. From an entertaining perspective, the Flybridge is very well equipped with a wet bar here with fridge, barbecue, and sink, as well as an ice maker in the module just behind the helm station. Integrated into the bimini top, there is an electric opening sunroof with a cover, so you can open this when the sun is shining not too bright. Just aft of the central pillar here as well, we have a shower integrated into the bimini top. And it's very important to note here on the Flybridge, we are elevated on the vessel, but it is very stable, and that is due to the low center of gravity that all the Sirena yachts have. The superstructure above the deck level on all Sirena yachts is a carbon composite construction. Now, this is vacuum infused, so it's very weight efficient and really designed at reducing the overhead displacement of the vessel, lowering that center of gravity, reducing the amount of rolling we experience when we're elevated on the vessel like we are now. Now coming down from the Flybridge, before we head into the main deck saloon, let's take a look in the engine bay. Now I mentioned before that on this Sirena 58, this is a manageable platform with big boat features, and we really see this in the engine room. Down here in the engine bay, we can really feel that volume. We have plenty of space for everything we need down here, and either side of me, we have the twin engines, they're Caterpillar engines, the C8, delivering 650 horsepower each. Outside of the engines, we have the fuel tanks with a combined total of 3,600 litres. And down here, we have all the services for running the boat. We have a 17 kilowatt generator, we have the Raycor filters, we have the ventilation fans and the inverters and all the electronics involved in running the boat. So servicing wise, very easy access. The mechanics love it down here. As we come forward, out of the cockpit and into the saloon, it is a split level saloon. This is what gives us the headroom in the master cabin. But at the aft end of the saloon here, we travel immediately into the galley. To starboard, we have an L-shaped galley, a large sink here, double sink setup with an induction cooktop here as well. Plenty of storage underneath, inbuilt bin and overhead storage here with an extraction hood. Adjacent to this on the port side, at the back end of the saloon, we have a full height refrigeration system here with a fridge up top, freezer down below, as well as some vessel management tools here, including the Fusion stereo. Plenty of storage, and this is a great position for the galley because we have direct access to the cockpit for serving out there, as well as direct access to the main saloon level here. So moving forward, we have a dining area here with a table that doubles in size. So this is a third dining area on the vessel, in addition to the Flybridge, the aft cockpit, and the internal area here. Adjacent to this setup is another comfortable lounge, and behind that, a 42-inch TV that comes on an electric lift for those seated on the port side of the saloon. This area of the saloon is really focused on comfort. The seats are in a great position, and it feels light, open and airy. The huge saloon windows let in plenty of natural light. There are privacy blinds as well if those are required, but we get the impression here in the middle of the saloon that we are on a boat, certainly not in a boat. We can see forward, we can see out the sides, and we can see aft. So very comfortable central area in the vessel for relaxing. We'll look at the helm station towards the end of the video, but now we'll move down into the accommodation area to explore what is on offer down there. Making our way down the companionway stairs, we benefit from a lot of natural light that comes straight in the saloon windows, and this is fully open to the ceiling of the saloon, so plenty of natural light. Certainly doesn't feel like we're going down into the belly of a boat. And this is really aided by the amount of natural light and ventilation that we have down here in the accommodation area. We're in the forward cabin now, and this is the VIP cabin. This is the second most luxurious cabin on board. Plenty of natural light and a lovely queen berth here. This is a 4 aft berth, so very comfortable. And given that we have that plumb bow on this vessel, it's a very, very quiet cabin to be in, even though it's the forward cabin on board. Just aft here, down the starboard side, we have the comfortable ensuite bathroom with rain head shower, large sink, and a bidet toilet as well. So it's really not lacking in any comfort in this cabin at all. So moving aft from the forward VIP cabin, we come to the day head on port here. So this is a day use head for your guests who are not spending the night, but this also doubles up as a head for the twin berth cabin, which is just aft of that. It does have private access as well, so your guests staying in the twin cabin here have all the comfort they need. Making our way further aft and into the master owner's cabin. Now this is full beam, we have huge windows, and we are very, very comfortably standing underneath the saloon. Now this speaks volumes to the volume of the Sirena 58. The Sirena range is renowned for their high volume hulls, and this is where you see it the most. Forward on the starboard side, we have the comfortable ensuite facilities with bidet, rain shower, and everything you could need for life on board. Moving further aft, comfortable settee here with plenty of storage for your garments, as well as hanging behind me and adjacent on port as well. The cabins on all Sirena yachts are renowned for how quiet they are. You know, we often do these walkthroughs at boat shows, and there's often generators and air conditioning pumps running, but these vessels are the quietest in the market. And this is due to the sound insulation that Sirena yachts install in a lot of the cabin walls and the linings. The berth is located on the center line of the vessel, and whilst the bed is very large, it certainly doesn't feel cramped as we move around in this cabin. Down on the port side here, we have a writing desk with the best view in the house out of the hull window there, as well as plenty more storage with hanging just here. So this is an oasis. This is a home away from home for those looking for those long distance adventures in absolute comfort. Making our way back up to the main deck and the front end of the saloon, we turn our attention to the indoor helm station. This is the main helm station, accompanied by all the switching and control panels in this area. So at just 310 engine hours, this vessel has had very light use, so let's take it for a drive. So the main helm here on the Sirena 58 is really the nerve center and the central helm, in addition to the Flybridge helm that we have upstairs. The vessel is powered by twin Caterpillar C8 engines. These provide 650 horsepower each, propelling the boat through a shaft drive and then to a propeller in the water. So these engines and this hull platform is designed for economical cruising, both in displacement mode and at speed. This is a German Frers semi-displacement hull. That sharp bow gives us very efficient cutting motion through the water at speed as well as low speed. So in terms of performance offshore, the vessel is very comfortable when the weather does turn. In terms of the range, we have 3,600 litres of diesel on board, split across 2 tanks. So at about 9 or 10 knots, this will give us just under 1,000 nautical miles of range with a 10% reserve. The top speed is around 24, 25 knots with a fast cruise of about 18 knots. But at that 18, 19, 20 knot speed, the range does drop down to just over 300 nautical miles. So east coast of Australia, beyond and into the Pacific, this vessel is perfectly suited for those looking for adventure on the water. My name is Joe Fox from the team at Eyachts. Do get in touch to learn more about this stunning Sirena 58 offered for sale with the team at Eyachts Brokerage.